My, right where I've always wanted you. Care to play a little game of catch?
You animal!
Ah, well, the chance of profit is gone, therefore...
The Sinister Six has been assembled multiple times and has had a variety of members. Hi guys, I'm Patty D, and today we're counting down the most powerful members of the Sinister Six. Number 10, Sandman. William Baker grew up without a father and learned to steal at a young age. He became a bully and a criminal early in his life, but only later on in life does he become a true supervillain. The story of his origin is varied, but basically while on the run from authorities, he winds up hiding at the site of a nuclear reactor, his body reacting to the sand beneath his feet and becoming sand himself. He's one of the more emotionally conflicted Spider-Man villains, and this is very evident in the original Sinister Six story. In the series, Sandman eventually stands up to Dr. Octopus, but the Mad Doc just blasts him with his beam that turns him into ice. It's pretty wild for Sandman. Sandman is quite powerful, able to lift up to 85 tons, and possibly immortal as he no longer ages. In Cracked Hourglass, we even see a future version of Sandman that once lived for billions of years. He also no longer has a need for food, air, or rest. It's very powerful, but just being made of sand is kind of lame, so here he is at number 10. Number 9, the Vulture. Adrian Toomes is kind of like Batman. His parents died when he was young, he's a self-taught inventor, and he made himself a harness to fly through the night. That's pretty much where the similarities end. He was so hyped about his invention, he didn't realize his partner, Gregory Bestman, was embezzling money from the company. When he caught on, he attacked his old partner and stole his money back. He was so satisfied with himself, he decided to become a full-time criminal. Vulture and Spider-Man have clashed many times in the past, fighting for control of the New York skies. He has superhuman strength, genius intellect, and has a master's in electrical engineering. The feathers on his wings are sharp as swords and can be shot at his enemies. Most impressive, of course, is his flight, an ability granted by his electromagnetic harness. Up until Amazing Spider-Man 676, he was a member of the Sinister Six every time the boys got together. Coming in at number 8, we have ELECTRO. Max Dillon is his name, and his father left when he was young, but he helped to support his mom, finding some steady work with the electric company. But after a freak accident, he was transformed into a living electrical capacitor. The microscopic movements of his muscles generate and transfer electric currents. As a classically cliche villain, he wastes no time whipping up a ridiculous costume, and he just starts doing crimes. J. Jonah Jameson once believed Spidey and Electro to be the same person, until Spider-Man finally defeated Electro for the first time by wearing some rubber gloves and shoes. Yeesh, maybe Electro should have been down at number 10. At number 7 we have Shocker, aka Herman Schultz. His parents also died when he was young. I'm kind of detecting a theme here. He also got into a life of crime early, but he sucked at it and quickly wound up in jail. One day in the prison workshop, he made himself a set of electric gauntlets. It's capable of sending shock waves, which he used to open safes and electrocute his enemies. He once caught Spider-Man off guard, blasting Spider-Man with an electric blast that sent him through a window and crashing down to the streets below. Shocker decides not to finish Spider-Man off though, deciding it would not be a fitting end for our famed web slinger. Shocker becomes part of the Sinister Six during the Ben Reilly Clone Saga event published in the Spider-Man Unlimited series. He's a gifted engineer, and his gauntlets and costume give him great offense and defense. However, without the suit and gauntlets, he's basically just a human. He also suffers from some confidence problems, but I imagine we all would if we were going up against folks like Spider-Man and the Avengers. At number 6 we have Hobgoblin. Also known as Jason Macendale, Hobgoblin is enough to make the average hero work up a sweat. He was recruited to the US Marines to become a fighter pilot, but was too brutal and intense for his superiors. Thus he became a mercenary and donned the jack-o'-lantern costume as promotional material for his services. During the Inferno Crisis, he appealed to the Demon Lord Nastor. But anyway, he appeals to this Demon Lord hoping to get some power, and the demon, after laughing for a while, decides Hobgoblin ought to get something for his efforts. So even if his soul is worthless, the demon bestows him with superhuman endurance and speed in the form of possession, so Hobgoblin becomes possessed. This demon inside fights for total control on multiple occasions before finally tearing itself free completely, becoming a separate villain called Demogoblin. Hobgoblin excels in hand-to-hand combat, rivaling even Spider-Man. He is an above-average gymnast, excels in science and engineering, and is capable of piloting many types of aircraft. When he is possessed, he becomes powerful enough to lift 10 tons. At number 5 we have Grim Hunter. son of KRAVEN. Vladimir Sergeyevich was born the son of the one and only KRAVEN the Hunter. He was raised by his father's servant Gregor and later trained by KRAVEN himself. As part of the Ben Reilly clone saga I mentioned earlier, Grim Hunter is recruited by Hobgoblin into the Sinister Seven, seeking to destroy the evil clone of Spider-Man known as Kane. Grim Hunter is unfortunately killed by Spider-Man's insane clone and has since reappeared. He is proficient with a variety of weapons, has a plethora of superhuman abilities including strength and speed, durability, and reflexes. A truly worthy opponent and well deserving of the number 5 spot. At number 4 we have the Beetle, Abner Jenkins. This guy kind of reminds me of Cyborg, you know, from Teen Titans. He's an engineer and an aircraft mechanic. He got tired of his low-paying job and built himself the Beetle suit and became a mercenary for hire. It's kind of like a going trend with the villains. After a few failures as a criminal, he joined the Masters of Evil, later becoming a hero and joining the Thunderbolts under the name Mach 1. Like the Vulture, his original costume looks hilarious. It looks like it was the inspiration for Zurg from Toy Story with like this purple hood and everything. Hilarious. The Beetle also joins the Sinister Seven in the Ben Reilly clone saga, and like the Shocker, Beetle is a regular dude with a superpowered suit. That said, it is an impressive suit. Each arm can lift 1 ton and he's incredibly gifted with technology. Throughout his character arc from zero to hero, his suit becomes more powerful and more cool looking. Hey Nerd Squad, thanks for watching this video. Before we get to the top 3, just take a second and hit that like button. Coming in at number 3, we have Mysterio. Born Quentin Beck, Mysterio always loved cinema and grew up to become a stuntman and a special effects expert. There's many testaments to Mysterio's power. In the Ultimate Universe, he actually killed the kingpin of crime, Wilson Fisk, and he even once knocked out Spider-Man and unmasked him. Luckily, this guy Shroud shows up and saves Spider-Man before Mysterio can snap a pic for his Instagram. Mysterio has a complex variety of abilities. His Mysterio suit has holographic projectors and he can shoot hallucinogenic gas. He once created his own version of Spider-Man's webbing with a little gun that shoots it. He's even used android avatars to enter another universe, and apparently he was even the one who originally came up with the name Sinister Six. Being a master of chemistry, robotics, psychiatry, and hypnotism, Mysterio has got a lot of tricks up his sleeves.
There's no place you'll be able to hide, and nowhere you can run.
As far as I'm concerned, you're just another creep in a costume. What can you do?
I was hoping you'd ask.
At number 2 we have Dr. Octopus. One of Spider-Man's classic villains and the original creator of the Sinister Six, Dr. Otto Octavius has always been a serious contender. Like Mysterio, Doc Ock also unmasked Spider-Man in the past, but he couldn't believe that the real Spider-Man was just a teenager, and he fled the scene to search for the real Spider-Man. In one universe, Spidey and Doc Ock actually switch bodies, and Octavius as the superior Spider-Man is incredibly powerful. Otto is a genius scientist and an expert in many fields, including radiation and engineering. He's notoriously known for his powerful metal arms and for assembling the Sinister Six multiple times. In Spider-Man Brand New Day, the Doc modifies himself to be mentally connected to an army of Autobots and adds 4 new arms to his suit, finally becoming a legitimate octopus. Coming in at number 1, the most powerful Marvel villain from the Sinister Six, Venom. Like many villains, Eddie Brock struggled with moral issues growing up that made him perfect fit for the Venom symbiote by the time it came along. Venom and Eddie's shared hatred towards Spider-Man helps make Venom one of Spidey's most threatening villains ever. Venom has come close to killing Spider-Man before, and in fact usually comes up on top of most fights. In The Return of the Sinister Six, Sandman attempts to get the Sinister Six together again to take down Dr. Octopus after he betrayed them last time, and all the boys come through. But when Spider-Man intervenes with their plans, they decide to enlist Venom's assistance. However, Venom, humiliated and scorned by the Six, starts hunting them down for revenge. Venom takes the Daily Bugle hostage, kills some people, nearly kills Sandman, and gives KRAVEN and ELECTRO some serious injuries. It's this betrayal of the Sinister Six and his awesome display of power that puts Venom at number 1 on our list. Hey, thanks for checking out our list, Nerd Squad. I'm Patty D, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Know nothing about us, but we know everything about you. You'll see us everywhere, even in your nightmares.